What is up everybody, BobaTalks here again with another Titans video, and man, all the Titans stuff is coming out at the minute and I am loving it. As you guys have seen my past couple of videos about Titans, I'm just so hyped for this show. So recently in a interview with Mario Lopez, Minka Kelly, who plays Dove, went to talk about the show. So I'll get to breaking that down because it's some really cool stuff about, you know, how their vigilante like suits work and how their relationship or origin will be in the show. But also something pretty funny, which she basically gave away, is the Titans show release date, and I'll get to that at some point in this video, but stick around for that. And lastly guys, I'll add this on to the very end of this video about the Trigon casting. There's been a bit of like reports about that recently, so we'll talk about that very briefly at the end. But if you want to stay up to date with more Titans videos just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Why aren't you subscribed already? Because you know, you can stay up to date with more Titans videos just like these. So apparently in the show, Dove isn't actually going to fly. The wings are just attached to this like vigilante suit, and you guys have seen that suit. It's probably appearing on screen right now, and they look freaking badass. But they do have the awesome ability, like the really cool ability to essentially like shield people under the wings. So you can imagine like in the middle of a fight, Dove might, you know, get her wings and shield them, and it like bounces off bullets, I reckon, and things like that. But they also have the awesome ability, and I've gone over this in recent videos talking about the bone snapping action and much darker tone twist compared to like the Arrowverse, for example, that Titans will have with their combat and action and everything like that. So supposedly these wings as well will slice and dice her enemies or whoever she's in combat with. So yeah, if you saw my last video talking about that action, man, I can't wait to see Dove's wings just absolutely own people. It's just going to be, remarkable. But the thing is, I do wonder if throughout the show or at some point, maybe in the future, they will get more like, or just abilities to mirror their comic book selves. Because as she stated, when the show starts, they will just be vigilantes, you know, with vigilante suits. They may be like super suits, but she did also say that we would get to see what inspired them and what broke them in particular for them to become vigilantes, Hawk and Dove. So as with what we've learned recently, Titans are definitely kind of doing like an obvious origin-y kind of thing for each character. So the Hawk and Dove stuff is going to be really cool because they do talk about a bit of a love story, but I will talk about that in a second. But let's talk a little bit more about Hawk and Dove themselves within when we'll see them potentially in episode 2, Hawk and Dove. So if you're a little bit familiar with Hawk and Dove, you may be, you may not be. She went on to discuss how obviously like Hawk is the avatar of war and she is the avatar of peace, so they do balance each other out. But as I just mentioned a second ago with the wings, I'm really excited with the darker twist that we're getting in this show with the combat and stuff, and the more R-rated kind of awesome stuff we're getting. I can't help but like really get excited about how crazy and on edge Hawk might get. It would just be very cool to see Hawk essentially lose his shit and probably go like too far, and seeing this kind of drama unfold like in the middle of a fight where she may very well be the one to stop him from bashing someone's head in or something like that. And I don't know, that would just be really cool, like insanely cool. So just a minute back I mentioned the whole love or just relationship aspect of Hawk and Dove. Minka did say in relation to this that we will see their kind of love story essentially unfold, but I think this will kind of mix in with what I said earlier with their vigilante origin story, you know, taking place in the episode as well. So I don't know if we get more appearances of them. Like she did go on to say how apparently there isn't enough like kind of love or superhero relationship love level stuff going on, and how that needs to be explored more. So it seems like that will be quite a big kind of striving point with their characters on, you know, in Titans season 1, which sounds awesome. I'm completely game for that. Their characters sound awesome. They look freaking awesome. So I am completely down for more character development in a lovey kind of relationship kind of way, especially when they contrast each other that so much, you know, with the avatar of peace and the avatar of war, and you know how that dynamic must be seriously, what's the right word, I don't know, like tenacious at times. So yeah, let's see what happens with this on the show. But going back to combat for a second, she said that she will have a background of ballet, I believe, gymnastics and jiu-jitsu. Plus she did quite emphasize the fact that it is a super suit, so I wonder if that is what will give her and Hawk their like increased strength, in addition to like the 30-pound wings that she mentions in this interview as well, which we've already been over. But yeah, super suit, I have to think that maybe this vigilante suit, with the fact that these wings are like there and shields, you know, people, and she can slice and dice people with them, that she might have enhanced strength when she puts it on as well, in a mechy kind of suit kind of way, but also really aesthetically pleasing at the same time, because they do, as I've mentioned again and again, look so cool. So I think her fighting style, with what she said as well, will flow quite elegantly in terms of, you know, what she said with the ballerina and gymnastics. But what also makes me think this even more is that she did say that everyone has their own particular fighting style, and that hers kind of mirrored that of a dancer, so ballet probably being the key form here. But I've got a feeling some people may ask, like, why are they not kind of making Hawk and Dove fly, or at least immediately? And she mentions in the interview that that is kind of apparently because they kind of said it's not realistic, or they wanted it to be as close to realism as possible. So with her wings being just a shield and a weapon, which isn't like to downplay it, that still sounds really awesome to me, but not being able to fly is just because they do want it to be as real as possible. So obviously, like with Raven and Starfire, like there is powers and magic and everything like that in this universe still. But for now, with Hawk and Dove just merely being vigilantes at the minute, they are just trying to be as realistic as possible with vigilante suits, or like, you know, vigilante super suits that will give them these really cool abilities still. Like, I don't know, Ray has his freaking atom suit. Think how technologically advanced that is. So hopefully Hawk and Dove have some kind of explanation as to how, well, which I'm looking forward to, with this origin they teased, and how they even built these amazing suits that, you know, allowed the wings to do this, and then hopefully, you know, enhance strength, you know, with a much more of a thrust with their punch or something. But you never know, they may add more mystical elements into their story. But the only thing that kind of made me doubt that for now is just because she really kind of emphasized the word vigilante in it. But you know, there's still the talk of avatars of war and peace, so I don't know. What do you guys think of that? But guys, for those of you who have really been itching for this part of the video where like the Titans show will actually launch, she basically revealed that it would be launching with the DC Universe streaming service. So like when that officially launches, Titans will be more or less like this day one launch with, you know, the streaming service, starting it off to a kick-ass start. And apparently that will be like, you know, releasing this year, and everybody is whispering about this. I mean, you can talk to the trees and hear them say it as well, that it will be releasing this fall, and fall is around, you know, September, October-ish kind of time. So I reckon around there, which is really exciting, that this will be all unfolding very soon, and Titans will be, you know, flaming the freaking halls to begin with the DC Universe streaming service. So yeah, as I said, if like the streaming service does launch after the beta in September, that will be most likely when it is. You never know, maybe October. But yeah, holy crap, guys. According to, you know, Minka, that is supposedly when it is launching. So what do you guys think of that lovely little bombshell? But as I said at the beginning of this video, guys, that I would talk about the recent rumors, or like there's a few reports out there that Seamus Dever would be cast as Trigon, who, as some of you may know already, is likely, well, most likely going to be this season's overarching villain, which is very insane if you're familiar with Trigon, because he is this huge ass demonic demon, that's a strange way to put it, who will be like facing the Titans. But there's a few ways to wrap your head around this. I mean, because I can't imagine they're going to CGI this huge ass Doomsday looking more evil than Doomsday kind of creature on the show. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that he might be in human form, and that this Seamus Dever would be potentially walking around as him in those scenes, or whenever he is needed to like show, when they don't want to like pour all that CGI money into, you know, a huge demonic boss kind of demon. And the reason why this is really kind of exciting is because, you know, Trigon has faced up against the Justice League and is, with all of his powers as well, it's just insanely or seemingly impossible to defeat, you know, until, you know, you defeat him. It just almost seems a bit too good to be true. So yeah, maybe that it's going to be a bit downplayed in terms of human form, and this is the casting for it, but we'll have to wait and see. But I would love to know what you guys think of Seamus Dever potentially portraying a human vessel, if you will, as Trigon. And let me know what you think of Trigon in general being the overarching villain, and everything else which we have concretely learned from Minka, who plays Dove, about everything awesome about her and Hawk and everything else that is coming in Titans Season 1. Other than that, guys, as you can tell, I'm freaking stoked about all of this information. I'm just lapping it up. Anytime there's Titan stuff, I just put it right into my brain, and it's staying there in a gilded kind of cage until, yeah, I make this video. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think of everything I discussed in this video. I'm pretty sure I already said that, but if you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate a like, as it really does show your support for the channel. And if you're brand new, why not subscribe already, because there will be more Titans videos coming along your way. But other than that, links are in the description as always. Follow me on social media. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.